And welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose this elevation card. And it says you are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. And this reading is, what do people envy about you? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you would like to see more content like this. Also in my Etsy shop, I'm having a 25% discount at the time that I'm uploading this video for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So if you would like a private reading, go check that out because everything in the shop is discounted 25%. Otherwise, you can send me an email regarding a reading that you would like. So without further ado, let's just get into your reading. We have the Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Devil, and the King of Wands. Somehow you got 4 cards. I intended 3. So I didn't realize there were 4 cards. Next you have Athlete, and the light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. And the Shadow is misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. Then we have card number 52, Mending. Then we have card number 3, Blossoming Abundance. Believe in yourself. Unleash your inner unicorn. Let's see if we can fit these all in camera for you. There we go. All right. So the first reason people envy you, it's because it seems like you are moving up in the world. You are going places. You're not someone who is stagnant. Even if you may have been before, you're definitely not now. You're raising your vibration. You may also be raising your consciousness. I'm feeling like maybe recently you've had an ascension or you are going through an ascension, and some people that don't understand that may be judging you about that, like you're acting weird or something like that, but that's basically out of envy. But it seems like you're moving up in the world, up in your career, you're moving forward, you're not stagnating, you're doing something with your life. It also looks like with this Knight of Wands and also the Six of Swords, that's definitely movement forward. That's quick movement forward. That's someone who's ambitious. If you're traveling or doing anything like that, I think people are envious of that. You could be moving in general, moving to a better place, moving into a better relationship. But either way, you're rising. You're rising energetically, your vibe is rising, and things are changing in your life, and you're pursuing that change and moving up in the world. And I feel like people are envious about that. You definitely have leader vibes. Both you could be a fire sign. Also Capricorn is here. With this King of Wands, this is someone who is a leader. and ambitious. So you have both the King and the Knight of Wands. So it's like you have very fiery, passionate energy. They see that you are someone who can slay the dragon. You can overcome any obstacles in your way, that nothing is going to hold you back. Like the Knight of Wands is looking at this dragon, and I feel like also the Knight of Wands can talk his way out of a situation or talk his way into a situation. You could have very good communication skills and be able to overcome your challenges just by your charisma. So you're someone who's very charismatic. And I do feel like you have people that like and appreciate you of all genders, really. Not just like people of the sex that you're attracted to or that attracted to you. It could be all genders. They just generally like you. But that does cause envy in some people who don't feel that way about themselves. And here with the Six of Swords and also the Knight of Wands, I feel like there are people that you could be moving on from or that you have left behind in your life because maybe they had a lower vibe or things that they were doing didn't serve you, or they weren't upstanding in your relationship, and therefore that you've just moved on. So they're kind of looking at you moving on and they're not very happy about that. I feel like, they miss you. They don't want to see you go because they want some of your energy. They want to be around your vibe here. Then with the Devil, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands, very attractive energy. People are sexually attracted to you. They are tempted by you. They are passionate about you and excited. It's like you have this very attractive vibe. And here I feel like sacral chakra, like they're attracted to your physicality, but also there's that sensuality about you that people are attracted to. And you may have a lot of people attracted to you, which can cause envy in some people. But not only that, here with the athlete, there may be an admiration of your athletic skills and capabilities, of your physicality, of, no matter what your body looks like, I think your physical body is very attractive and envious. It's like, I would like a body like that. How do I get it? You could be curvy or just whatever body type you have. You could be muscular, you could work out. Maybe people are like, man, I wish I had the energy to do what this person does in their life, and how many skills and talents they have. You could be athletically talented also, and they could envy this trait about you. Like they wish they could do the things that you are able to do. And with blossoming abundance, once again, with the elevation and ascension, and it's like you are manifesting. And here we have money also. So you're manifesting good finances, maybe a great career. And here with the Devil, you're also a very hard worker. It feels like people feel as though you have energy or abilities that they don't have, which they envy. You could be good with finances, or you could just be making a lot of money, or people think you are, or at least more money than them, or they think you have the potential to. And it does seem like you are growing and you're making more money. You're a very hard worker. You're ambitious. It's like you have all your ducks in a row. It looks like you take care of yourself on every level. You have good boundaries. You're able to resist temptation, and therefore you're getting ahead in life, and you're accomplishing your goals, or at least making good progress toward them. And some other people who don't have that same ambition and work ethic may be envious of you. And here with mending, there may be someone that you have forgiven or had a broken relationship with that you have begun to heal that relationship. And I think some people are envious of this, whether it's with a sibling, a friend, or even a parent. And there's someone or some ones who may have not been happy about this. It's like, I think they were more happy to have this person to themselves or this friend group because they feel inferior to you, or somehow that this person or these people pay you more attention, and they were happier when you were outside of the scene. I mean, it could even be like a friend and their boyfriend is like, now they're spending time with you, or their girlfriend, and they don't like that, so they're kind of envious of the time they spend with you. But it's something like that going on, of the attention you're getting from someone in a significant relationship that you may have started to heal recently. Or maybe you've mended a relationship with a sibling, or they need to mend a relationship with somebody, and you already have a good relationship in that sense, like with your mom, your dad, your siblings, your friend group. And they may envy that about you. And also, you have a magical energy to you. Once again, with these butterflies, it's like that elevation. You could be someone who's very colorful, who does pretty cool things with your hair, your clothing. You could be someone who is not status quo. You are up leveling, you're unique like this unicorn, but you're very magical. You could be magical, you could do magic, could do witchcraft, or you're just a spiritual person. And they envy this about you. See, I feel like there's an envy because they may lack understanding here. And they, some people don't understand where you have that magical element, but they can feel that in your energy field. They pick that up from you, that you're this unicorn, that you're this magical being. Also, these two here, they have fairy wings. So you could have the energy of a fairy. But there is something very special about you that people pick up in your vibe. And when they're envious, they feel as though they don't have that uniqueness that you do. You may have a good astrological chart or alignment at this point in time, and people could be envious of that. It seems like things are going in your favor, and they wish it was going in their favor also. Some of you could be good at doing hair or dyeing your hair, and also with fashion. And they could envy your fashion sense, the way you do your makeup, or just your whole aesthetic, or how you're able to make things aesthetically pleasing. Also, with this blossoming abundance, I'm seeing an environmental beauty, like your home, your vehicle, your person, the people you have around you. And some people could be envious about that. Now, I'm going to pull out some personality things, traits about you that people are envious about. Envious of with you. Okay, so we have these. And we have theatrical. So you definitely have a presence, whether you have a stage presence and you are in theater, you're an actor, you're in musicals or something like that. But there's that star quality about you that people envy. Next, we have responsible. And yes, with Capricorn, I feel like you're a responsible person. And the Capricorn is hardworking, you would be responsible, you're willing to take the necessary steps to accomplish your goals and achievements. So people envy your responsibility. Authentic. So they think that you are free to be yourself, and maybe they don't feel that same freedom, therefore they are envious of that. And then here we have metal. So you may be into metal music, or you could be into precious metals. You have gold, silver, jewelry, things like that. And so they could be envious of that. Next, we have perfectionist. So there are people who just think like you are perfect, or you have it perfect. So they envy that. Doesn't mean it's true. It's just they think that. And you may have an air of perfectionism about you. And then we have technological. So there could be something with social media, online, internet, or you may have the good skills, web development, have a nice website or a good social media presence, and are able to do really technological things, which people are envious of. Yeah, that's perfectionist. Then we have witchy. Absolutely. With the believe in yourself, unleash your inner unicorn, that magical vibe about you, that witchy vibe is something people are envious of. It's like they're curious about it, they're envious of it, they find you magical. Then we have timid. And I think this is more that people are timid around you. So they're envious of the people who get to be around you. I think there are some who aren't that confident, who may be shy to approach you. And then finally, wellness. Yeah, it seems like you invest in yourself, you invest in your wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're someone who's overcome things, and they feel like you're just generally invested in your wellness and doing very well and elevating. You may be getting into shape or have some, goals in that sense that you're accomplishing, and people are envious of that and your ability to invest in your wellness. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope that gave you some insight and inspiration, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you are in the world. Namaste. Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose this detachment card, and it says, you're releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. And this reading is, what do people envy about you? And please like this video if it resonates. Comment down below how it does. Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, and hit the notification bell for future notifications of when I upload. And if you would like a personal and private reading, I am holding a 25% discount at the time of this upload in my Etsy shop. So go check that out. Also, you can send me an email about a personal reading. And let's just get into your reading. We have the 9 of Cups, the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, The teacher, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom, and the shadow is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. Then you have card 19, flexible. Funny, envy. Card number 20, envy. So you clearly and certainly have people who are envious of you. Well, that's pretty interesting. And then you are perfectly beautiful. I mean, from that card, here, I get you are the every person. Like, you are the every beauty. So there's something about your appearance and your beauty that attracts all kinds of people and is attractive to all kinds of people. You could also be a person that has rocked different kinds of looks, different hairdos, different, maybe you've done different things with your body, tattoos, makeup styles, fashions. It's like every time they turn around, you're changing it up, and it's like you're always glowing up. You're always brand new in a good way, and I feel people like envy that ability to reinvent yourself. So it looks like you're someone who reinvents themselves, and you keep it interesting. Yeah, so people never know what to expect from you, but it's so interesting and intriguing, and people are envious of that. And compared to you, people feel more plain. They may feel like you're happier than they are, like you have things better than they do, like you have more money. Because see this golden area? It's like that's where you are and this is where they are. In the darkness, it's gray, it's boring, it's like the same, it's mundane. But it feels like people envy your life. They think you have an exciting life, that you are an exciting, interesting, intriguing person. That you are never dull, but they feel dull compared to you. Some of you also could be very go with the flow. Also, card number 19, that reminds me of the sun. So there's a brightness and a freedom and a joy and a happiness that people get off of you. Yeah, I guess something like that. I don't know. Get from you. And that you're always creating something new here with this egg. You could also be someone who is very flexible physically. You could do yoga, gymnastics, many things like that. Or this is just, how you are as a person in your life, someone who is free flowing and flexible, and you don't let things get you down, So it still seems like you remain positive and upbeat and uplifted. At least this is what others think about you and are envious of. There's also a great creativity that you have that people are envious of. It's like you're never dull. There's never a dull moment with you. This also could be in part your personality, like your personality characteristics as well as your appearance. And here we have the Hierophant and the teacher, which is very similar. Some of you could be a yoga teacher, but I feel you could be a Taurus as well. There's Taurus prominent here. But you could be someone who is a teacher, or you are very intelligent, and just as you move through the world, you teach others. Some of you could be a yoga or meditation teacher, or that's something that they see you have the potential of doing. Also, some of you may be good in mathematics or geography, but it's like you're very worldly. You have a lot of knowledge. You may have knowledge of the spiritual, the religious, but also book smarts. Because on top of this, you do have the Page of Swords. I feel like people envy your wealth and breadth of knowledge. It's like you are someone who knows about a lot of things. It's like you can conversate and communicate and also teach about, you know, all kinds of subjects. It's like any conversation that people can get on, that it's like you know something about it and you have something to contribute. This also can seem like you do your research, you're well studied, you are able to communicate, you always have something new to share, something new to teach people, and you like always have very interesting insights and conversations. They feel like you're deep and you're super intelligent, and they may envy that about you. It's like you make it look easy. You make personing, lifing look easy here. And you could be a teacher, a mentor, a leader of some kind, in some kind of an institution, someone who trains others, someone who others just basically look up to and like to follow in your footsteps. And that could bring envy of others. But I do feel like there is a great respect for you. There's a respect for the work that you do here, even from those who envy you. It's like you know what you're doing. You know your craft. You know how to deal with people. You keep on learning. You always have something new to share, to contribute. I think people see your higher path, your higher purpose in the world, that you are living that out. You may have had higher education also, which people may envy if they haven't had that opportunity. You could be a designer as well for some of you, or teach design of some kind, some artistic type of design. And then we have the Nine of Cups. It's like people think nothing bothers you. Like that being flexible, going with the flow. Like, you're in your own vibe and your own energy. They feel like you have an emotional fulfillment within yourself with this Nine of Cups. Like, you may have things, or people see you as having things that they've only dreamed of. You could also be wish fulfillment for people, whether they feel like they'd want to commit to you, want to marry you, and they envy whoever's with you, or if you are by yourself, they envy the fact that you're kind of self-made and you're self-fulfilled. I guess that is the word I was more trying to get. It's like you stay in your own lane, in your own energy, and you do your thing. And within that, you are fulfilled. And it's like things just don't bother you. Or at least they think that, things just fall off your shoulders. They roll off your shoulders. You just go with the flow. And when necessary, you just go into your own energy. And this is detachment as well. It's like you may detach from outcomes. You may not worry about things as much. You're flexible. You go with the flow. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Yeah, you have a sense of detachment. Not that you don't care about people, that you're not empathetic, that you don't care about situations, but you just, there could be Aquarian vibes here as well, but you're just not, you seem unfazed. And especially with people who have a lot of anxiety, who are maybe uptight, they may be envious of your peace and your ability to detach. and just be at peace within your own energy and be fulfilled within yourself. And you may have been able to make, many of your dreams come true. And if you haven't yet, people see you as doing so. Making your dreams come true. Where some of them feel as though they've had to settle, which makes them envious. Now I'm going to pull out some personality traits, characteristics that people are envious of with you. Here we have poetic. So you may have a very poetic way with words. You may write poetry. You may be musically inclined. So there's something about that people envy. And there with the Taurian energy, people still see you as down to earth. Like you have this flexibility and go with the flow and self-fulfillment, but you're also down to earth. People can relate to you, and sometimes that's a point of envy for people. Then we have complex. So like you're multi-layered. So on one hand, you're, with the Taurian energy, you have that vibe of comfort and earthiness, and then you have a watery vibe with your emotional fulfillment, and then you have an intellectual vibe as the teacher. You are multifaceted, and I think sometimes it's difficult for people to completely understand you. It's like you always keep them guessing, and people envy that. Then we have open. So yeah, with that flexibility, you're flexible, you're open, you go with the flow. And then your sexuality, because with Taurian energy, that is a very sexual energy. And then also here we have like this pink, this red, this orange. So your sexual vibe, and also in her clothing. So people may be sexually attracted to you, or you're very much in your sensual vibe, which is very attractive, which some people envy. And then we have reserved. So once again, this multifaceted thing, you keep them guessing, And then we have faithful. Also with the Hierophant, you could be a person of faith. You could also be someone who's trustworthy and faithful and reliable, which some envy of your ability to do, like be all of these things. You're like the every person. We have emotional here with the 9 of Cups. So you have that deep emotion about you as well that people envy. It's like you have all of these different characteristics. Complex. And then finally we have playful. So you're playful. You're someone people enjoy to be around. You could have a youthful spirit, even if you're older. Otherwise, either way, you're just playful, fun to be around. You probably have a good sense of humor. It's like you have all of these different aspects going for you. You just have like everything another person would want in a person, in a friend, in themselves. And that could be why people will sometimes be envious of you. So thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope this gave you some inspiration and insight, and I hope you have a beautiful and welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose this empathy card, and it says, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. And this reading is, what do people envy about you? Please like this video or comment if it resonates. Also, hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more content from me, and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload future videos. And if you're watching at the time of this upload, I am holding a 25% off sale in my Etsy shop. Also, you can send me an email for a reading. I could still give you that 25% off. And let's just get into your reading. We have the Ten of Swords, I think there's, I get knocked down, but I get up again, never ever gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again, never ever gonna keep me down. And then we have Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, Gambler, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. And the Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. And then we have Blessed, card number 22. Card number 23, all tied up. You go from 22 to 23. And turn criticism into kindness. So certainly with empathy and turn criticism into kindness, people see you as kind, generous, giving. There's such a sweet-natured vibe to you, a loving, kind, nurturing vibe to you. It's like, it's really hard for anyone to dislike you, even if they would want to, because of your kindness. And I think people feel cared about from you. It's like you're everybody's friend here. You may have a lot of people that tell you that you're their best friend, or they tell you their life story. As soon as you say, hi, how are you? You could be a person that gives out a smile all the time. And with all of this positive energy, you exude this loving kindness. People like you. You may get favor. May get favor in getting job positions, in I want to say like winning contests. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but if you won anything, people are envious about you, because you also have this gambler too. Some of you may take risks, and it seems to work out for you. Although here, with the Ten of Swords, it's like you may have had these massive endings, but it's like you get up right away, and you still have this energy of taking a chance, taking a risk, because this reminds me of the Fool as well, having some blind faith. And sometimes it's worked for you, sometimes it hasn't. But it almost feels like, others don't realize everything you've been through, but your empathy actually comes from what you have been through, and learning from those things and understanding the difficulty and the pain and the frustration and, the times you feel as though you failed. So that gives you a greater level of empathy for other people. So there are some people that are envious of your ability to still take those risks, because they may have felt that, through their difficulties in life, this does not enable them to take risks anymore, but you're still willing to do it. They may be more fearful, but it's like you seem like someone who is not afraid. You're not afraid of endings. You're not afraid to take that risk. You're not afraid of potential failures. You could also be someone who feels very blessed, or others see as very blessed. Like you may be a person who prays, who meditates, who chants, who is very in touch with your psychic abilities, in touch with spirit, and it's like that just flows through you. You could be friends with your spirit guides. Some of you may have some children that people are envious of, but I feel like there are some that are envious of your connection with spirit, with source, with your spirit guides, with like the crystalline energy. It's like I see a rainbow of energy. Like you have this rainbow type of aura. You may work with crystals, wear crystals. And it's like you're accepting of all. It's like you're non-judgmental. And people may actually be envious of this. It's like of your ability to love and understand and to feel blessed and be connected with spirit. It's like you have this ability to see people, to see through them. And this could be a trait that people envy about you. It feels like you also may have had several lives, because I'm getting kind of an old-fashioned, in a good way, old-fashioned vibe. Like you've lived in the 1800s and the Victorian period and just different periods in history that has given you a lot of wisdom about people, a lot of knowledge about people. It's like you can read people and you know what they need, and it's like you're very generous and kind. And this is also, I think, goes towards animals and the earth. Some of you may be vegans and vegetarians. You just have this kindness about you, this desire for nothing to be harmed. And people may be envious about this. And here you're also someone, who's home and family oriented, but who is also business oriented. Some of you could be entrepreneurs. It's someone, you can take care of a lot of things and stay imbalanced. You may have a very pristine home, a clean surroundings. You could be someone who bakes, cooks, gardens, or you come across as someone who can do anything. Then you can work in business and take on those roles and work in finance, and it's like you just have so many skills and abilities, and it's like it looks like you have everything together in your life. And I think that's something that people find envious about you. Some of you could eat very healthy. You could smell good. You could have like a fruity or flowery scent to you. They also think you have money. You have savings. You're really good with money. You may make a lot of money, or you just handle the money you have very well. And it also seems like you're generous with your time, your money, your actions. You're just in general a good person. And I think sometimes people envy this about you. It's like you're both connected to you're grounded and you're highly spiritual. So there's a balance of that energy as well. Your heart chakra is very open. Your third eye chakra is open. Your crown chakra is also open. Here's the sacral with the water element. It's like you have everything together, and you're such a sweet and kind person, an aligned person, someone who is willing to take risks. You could also be someone who is fun to be around still. It's like you're such a good person. It's just like you have everything in balance, everything in alignment. And people are envious about this. But a big part of what I'm feeling here is someone who's so loving and kind and giving and empathetic and in touch with others. Like you could, animals may just come up to, even some wild animals, because they sense your goodness and your kindness and your warmth and your love. You could be someone who does this for a living, whether it be a nurse, a therapist, a counselor, in customer service, someone who works directly with people. And it's like you could do energy healing. If you even do hair, massage therapy or anything like that, it's like you can heal the energy of others. And there's some who would like to have the abilities and gifts that you have. I see Cancer energy, also Pisces, and also, and with the Queen of Pentacles, Earth. You can have very nice hands. The hands are standing out to me. And it seems also like this comfortable, maybe bohemian type of vibe with you, or it could be from a different era. Like you come across as being from a different era. And people envy that about you. You can have nice skin for some of you, or a skin tone that people envy. Yeah, and you're very resilient. Your ability to get back up again when things do go wrong. And we have from 22 to 23, so you're always progressing, always moving forward. And people see you as just having it all together. You just got it all together. You got it. You got it like that. So now we're going to check out your personality traits here to see what people are envious of. Some additional information. What are people envious with my pile 3? I guess you get a few there. Addictive. So apparently your energy is addictive. You are addictive. They just want your energy. They want to be around you. It's like, you are someone who could have had energy vampires around you, or has to really make good boundaries, because you could be an empath here, highly sensitive person. You're stylish. Yeah, so your style is envied by others. Conservative. Some of you may have conservative values, or they think you're conservative here. And they envy that. Your home. Yeah, with that Queen of Pentacles, you could have a very nice home. Or you feel like home to people also. You're youthful. Yes, with that 3 of Cups, having that youthful vibe. Next we have student. So you could be someone who is always learning. You could be a student. You could have been an older student. Or someone who's just always learning. And let's see. Oops, I dropped that. Hard to read. So that's funny. Even though you can read other people so well. You're hard to read, and people envy that. And here too, with this all tied up, it's like you may be a person, and since you are so empathetic and you can connect with people's vibes so much, you may like be a homebody, be someone who's not going out all the time, but you are very fun to go out with. And so they kind of feel like because you need that alone time and stuff, that you might be a little bit standoffish, and they kind of envy your presence. Trusting. So I think people trust you pretty easily, and some people envy that. That may not be as trustworthy. Then you're a multifaceted individual, yeah, with business and home and the spiritual aspect, and someone who's gone through things but still feels blessed, and you're generous, and you can be serious, but you can also be, fun to be around and youthful. Then we have obnoxious. So you could have some obnoxious people around you that are envious of you. They're envious of your peace, of your ability to be chill. And even if on the inside you could be ranting and raving to yourself, you always seem like you're at peace, that you're pretty chill. Depressed. So there's people who are depressed who are envious of you. They may think you're not, or you don't get depressed. And I feel like with the empathy and all that you do. They just don't know it. They don't see it. So they're like, how does this person not get depressed, even though they've been through all this crap, or this person did this to them? But they don't seem to get depressed about it. They don't seem to get down about it, and I do. But so they were envious about that. And then distracted. So I think you may be a distraction to other people. People will put their energy on you. So I feel like doing energy cleanse, energy protection. You could be a distraction to people, and they're envious of that. Some of you may have some kind of depression or ADHD also here, and they're kind of, envious of how you manage, how you handle, how you improve, how you heal. In spite of you going through those difficulties yourself. That could be another thing that people are envious of with you. And I thank you so much for coming to my channel and listening to this reading. I hope you have I hope this was insightful and inspiring to you today. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you are in the world. Namaste.